You know that moment in your life when you just know it's now or never. You tried everything, but nothing seemed to work. You feel like something grand is waiting for you, but it's always just out of reach.
Yeah, I get it.
But what if failure wasn't the end, but just the beginning of something much greater? I spent over 30 years stuck between failed attempts and an impossible dream. But if there's something that I'll never do,
It's to give up.
the journey to freedom begins now. I've always valued my independence and freedom a lot.
I don't even remember this, but my mom used to tell me that when I was just 4 years old, I was already asking to go to this school by myself. From that age, I already felt the need to be the master of myself.
But on my path to adulthood, I kinda stumbled a few times. And today, at 38, I still find myself living with my parents. Yeah, it's pretty painful. But the truth is, I face challenges that could be explained by terms like neurodivergence or even spectrum. However, the fact is, I've never been able to work for someone else. I've never had a conventional 9-to-5 job.
Not just because of these challenges, but also throughout my life,
I've always tried to create my own projects. I spent my whole life trying different things. Music career? Totally failed. Design? Failed. Selling brownies? Failed. I moved to a new city, opened a music studio? Failed. English classes, music production classes, recording lessons, woodworking, string art? Failed, failed, failed. I created and launched an online course and it failed miserably. I even made the mistake of joining one of those multi-level marketing companies and well,
I don't even need to say that failed too.
I tried a gazillion other things and they all failed. I spent my entire life stuck in this endless cycle, like I was chasing something I could never reach. And what it brought me in reality was a life without money. I was always broke, always. Completely dependent. I even have to ask my mom for money just to buy a simple bag of chips. Now, imagine this coming from someone who values freedom above everything else.
Spending over 30 years trapped in that reality, the result could not have been any different.
Depression. Depression hit me hard and knocked me down flat on the ground. For the past 12 years, I've fought against it. But at the same time, I never stopped chasing my freedom. The thing is, depression is so relentless, so brutal, that it slowly drains you. Little by little. Attempt after attempt, failure after failure, my hope began to fade. The flame that once burned bright inside me started to go out. Meanwhile, my heart screamed, yelled, begged for a freedom that I still could not give it. But way back at the very beginning, without much expectation, I had started writing a book, a trilogy. And while I recovered from one failure and prepared for the next attempt, I kept writing. As the pages filled, the books began to take up more and more space within me, until my entire life became that story. And now I see why none of those things I tried ever worked out. Because none of them were my path. They were not my purpose. If any of those things had worked out, maybe I would have abandoned the books. And today I'll be somewhere else, doing something else, and I would have lost my true mission. Deep down, I always knew the books were my true mission. The thing is, it was such a big, long project that I needed something to sustain me while I wrote them.
And that's something I could never find.
In the maze of life, each wrong turn was just a stripping down of every part that was not my path. Layer after layer, failure after failure, mistake after mistake was slowly revealing my true self.
But this is not everything that happened. A couple of years ago, I faced a storm of health challenges. I got poisoned, and that led to a stroke. 1 year later, still struggling to recover from everything I had lost on the right side of the brain, I suffered a burnout so severe that for the first time I questioned if life was even worth continuing. I thought I had hit rock bottom, but 6 months later, just as I began to feel like myself again, I got struck by another stroke. And this time, it was worse, much worse. For a moment, I truly believed that it was it, that I wouldn't make it. Now you must be thinking, oh crap, what a life! God must hate this kid. But I say quite the opposite. Life wasn't punishing me. It was preparing me. Every trial, every challenge, every moment of suffering was shaping me into the person I needed to become to fulfill the most important mission of my lifetime: my books. Every hardship, every scar, every battle, I turned it all into art. It was as if every triumph and every tragedy had a perfect place within the story. And as the pieces fell into place, I watched in awe as my life and my books became one. I don't even know how to explain the magic of it. To witness the story unfolding and realizing that in the end, it was all connected.
It was painful, really painful, but day by day I reached a point where, after 12 long years of hard work, the books were finally ready. Well, at least the first draft. Now, finally, I'm starting this new chapter, dedicating 100% of myself to YouTube.
Even with the few cents I got left,
I still have the dream of illustrating these books, creating a ton of cool things: clothes, toy art, stickers, coloring books, and this YouTube channel is going to be about that. I'm going to take you with me on this creative journey step by step. And who knows, maybe now it'll work out. No, this has to work out, because believe me, this is the only thing I have in my life. So it has to work out. So if I could leave one message for you at the end of this video, it'll be: don't give up. Do not give up. No matter how big your dreams are or how far they seem to be. I've suffered a lot, but believe me, It was this very path that gave me everything I needed to fulfill my mission. If you want to give up because it's hard, that's okay. I have given up many times myself. But if you give up, what are you going to do? Hello there. My name is Don Block and welcome to my first video. I just wanted to say that I really have high hopes for this channel. But this is more than just a YouTube channel for me. It's the beginning of something much bigger. A journey, a dream that refused to die, a story unfolding in real time. So if you felt something watching this, if it resonated with you even a little, stick around, because this is just the first page. In the next chapters, they're gonna be incredible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the stars.